boy Big Baby Miller here. Check out J. Calderon Boxing. Knockouts and Big Baby, let's get it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy J. Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment of Fight Hook News, and we're about to get into this week's boxing talk. WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder, takes on former heavyweight champion and lineal heavyweight champ Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, in an all-out showdown rematch of their first great fight that they had back in 2018. This fight is going to take place in Las Vegas, Nevada on February 22nd, and it's going to be a ESPN and Fox pay-per-view show. It's a very good matchup. Very disappointed with the undercard, though. You know, the undercard is one of the worst undercards I've seen in a pay-per-view event. But nevertheless, the main event is what we all tuning in for. This is the big fight matchup. It's an even fight for me right here. 50-50 fight down the line between these two. They're the two best heavyweights in the world. Number one is Deontay Wilder. I believe he is the best heavyweight on the planet right now. Tyson Fury has to have that number two spot, and I have Anthony Joshua, who I'm a big fan of Anthony Joshua, at the number three spot now that he's a two-time heavyweight champion. I used to think that he was the best heavyweight in the world, but after the loss against Andy Ruiz Jr. in that first fight, you know, I look at him as the third best heavyweight in the world right now as a unified champion with all three of the belts until he fights either Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder next. You know, he's going to hold on to that number three spot or perhaps get elevated to number two once this fight is done between Fury and Wilder. But the way I see this fight playing out between these two, it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be an even better fight than the first fight. A lot more excitement. You know, we know Tyson Fury has changed trainers. He's now with Sugar Hill, who is part of the Detroit Crunk Gym of Emmanuel Stewart. He's a prodigy of Emmanuel Stewart. I believe he's also his nephew. And this guy's been around for a very long time. He's a very good trainer. You know, he's worked with other fighters like Adonis Stevenson. So, you know, Tyson Fury is going to try to implement a more of a entertaining, more of a aggressive style. But we know that Tyson Fury can't go toe-to-toe with Deontay Wilder. It's stupid. You know, he can't go in there trying to knock out Deontay Wilder the way he says he's going to, because I believe that's a big mistake. He has to utilize his strength. He is a taller fighter with longer reach. He has to utilize that jab, use that reach. He has one of the best footwork in the heavyweight division. You know, he has to use a lot of lateral movement. He has to be able to move his head and get out of harm's way from Deontay Wilder. Tie up Deontay Wilder the way Anthony Joshua was able to tie up Andy Ruiz Jr. in their second fight, in their rematch. So, you know, people are going to argue, they're going to get upset, and they're going to say that, you know, Tyson Fury is a sucker, the way he's fighting. You know, he's not going toe-to-toe like he said he was going to go toe-to-toe. And if he makes it to the 12th and final round, which I believe he could make it to the 12th and final round, then he's going to win a decision victory against Deontay Wilder. Now, that's not necessarily how I see this fight playing out. You know, only if Deontay Wilder allows Tyson Fury to get to the 12th and final round that I believe that Tyson Fury will win this fight. But, you know, Tyson Fury has to make it to that 12th and final round in order to get his hands raised. And Deontay Wilder has said it time and time again. You have to be perfect for 12 rounds in order to beat him. He has to be perfect for just 1 second in order to land his big right hand and knock you out. And that's what we saw in the rematch against Luis Ortiz, where Ortiz was winning basically almost every round, outboxing Deontay Wilder in that second fight. And he caught Luis Ortiz with just one shot, and it was lights out for the night. And that's what, you know, Tyson Fury has to look out for. You know, he has to be able to utilize his skills because he can outbox Deontay Wilder. A lot of people can, but a lot of people can't take Deontay Wilder's punching power. In that first fight, I believe that Tyson Fury won that fight. I saw Tyson Fury outboxing Deontay Wilder for 10 rounds. You know, I didn't see Deontay Wilder winning more than 2 rounds in that fight, and those are the rounds where he scored knockdowns in. The other judges thought that he won maybe 2 or 3 extra rounds aside from the knockdowns, and that gave him the draw. He was able to escape with a draw. I'm not going to say it was a robbery, because it was a close fight because of the knockdowns. But I saw Tyson Fury, regardless of the knockdowns, winning that fight. It ended in a draw. I'm not going to be mad at the draw. I was going for Deontay Wilder in that fight. I believe that Deontay Wilder was going to knock out Tyson Fury. Never been a fan of Tyson Fury. I thought his victory win over Vladimir Klitschko is one of the most horrible heavyweight matches I've ever seen in my life. And, I really didn't believe in Tyson Fury. But in that fight against Deontay Wilder, I saw Tyson Fury put on the best performance of his career, and I respect him for that performance. And I say that he has the boxing skills to beat a Deontay Wilder, because I've seen what Deontay Wilder has done in the Luis Ortiz matches and also in other matches as well, where he's gotten outboxed, but he's able to come out on top because of his punching power. This man is one of the hardest knockout punchers in heavyweight history. He has the entertainment knockout ratio that boxing fans love to see. I love knockouts, and Deontay Wilder is an incredible knockout artist, and I believe that in this fight, Deontay Wilder will get to Tyson Fury and put him on the canvas once again. But will he be able to get up and continue? People argue about, Tyson Fury getting knocked down in that 12th round and that the referee, Jack Reeves, gave him extra time. And I'm not going to argue with that. I believe it was a little bit of a long count, and Tyson Fury was able to get back up. Amazingly, he was able to get back up. He got knocked down twice in that fight against Deontay Wilder's punching power, but the man was able to get back up and continue to fight. He didn't run, he didn't hold, he fought back. And that's something that you got to realize, that Deontay Wilder, even though he could put Tyson Fury on the canvas again, this man, Tyson Fury, is a very big man that stands at 6'9", and also weighs about 260 plus pounds, 270. He's a very large man, and he could absorb those punches, and also he could be able to hold Deontay Wilder and utilize that long reach and height advantage, and has great foot movement to get out of harm's way majority of the time, and could survive to the 12th and final round. He's already proven it the first time around. So if he implements a better game plan this time around, where he's also cautious, but he's also aggressive at times, where he could be able to land and get off some shots and perhaps even hurt Deontay Wilder. I don't think he could knock out Deontay Wilder or even put Deontay Wilder on the canvas. I think Deontay Wilder has one of the best chins in the heavyweight division, and it's going to be very hard for anyone to knock out Deontay Wilder. But he could definitely get Deontay Wilder shook and in trouble, because we've seen it before in the past. But can Tyson Fury make it to the 12th and final round and outbox Deontay Wilder to pull out victory in this fight? Yes, he can. But I believe that Deontay Wilder, who's going to be much better this time around after what he went through with Luis Ortiz the second time and what he went through with Tyson Fury in that first fight, I believe he's aware that, he can't continue to wait for that perfect shot, because a guy like Tyson Fury is the perfect style to make it to the final bell and pull out victory and win and snatch that heavyweight crown. That would change the landscape of the heavyweight division. There's a lot of African Americans out there that are rooting for Deontay Wilder, especially it's Black History Month, and they want this man to win and come out on top. They do not want to see Tyson Fury walk away with the heavyweight title of the WBC, even though there is a rematch clause for both men, because the man that loses this fight is the only man that could pull the trigger for a third fight. This is in the contract already. So if Tyson Fury loses this fight, he can also pull the trigger to get a third fight guaranteed by this summer. And people think that, depending on how Tyson Fury, if he loses, he's not going to want that rematch. There's a lot of money on the table, especially now that there's both networks that are involved with Fox and ESPN. There is so much money riding on the table. This is a pay-per-view fight that's around, I believe, $80, $85 right there for the pay-per-view. But, I don't think this fight is going to do ridiculous numbers like they said. They think it's going to do Mayweather versus Canelo type numbers, where it did over 2 million pay-per-view buys. I don't see this fight doing 2 million pay-per-view buys. I think Lennon Ellerby and also Bob Arum has said that this fight is going to do over 2 million pay-per-view buys. I don't even see this fight doing 1 million pay-per-view buys. You know, it might do what Canelo Alvarez and Amir Khan did, 700,000 pay-per-view buys, because the first fight that took place on Showtime did over 300,000 pay-per-view buys. So, you know, this fight is going to do good, but I don't think it's going to do excellent. And it's going to be, I believe, a more entertaining fight. But I see Deontay Wilder, for my final prediction, as winning this fight in the 8th or 9th round by knockout for Deontay Wilder. And he will show that he is the best heavyweight in the world today. Now, Anthony Joshua has already stated his team says that if Tyson Fury wins this fight, they're going to offer a lot of money for a title unification to come over to the UK. Now, Tyson Fury already said that this fight is not going to take place in the UK, which I believe makes perfect sense to have this fight in Wimbledon Stadium, where there could be more than 90,000 fans in attendance to come see this fight. You know, between two British fighters, it'll be the biggest British heavyweight fight in the history of sports. But Tyson Fury already said that he wants to fight in America. You know, I think it's nonsense. But if Deontay Wilder comes out on top, like I believe he will come out on top, then we might not see this fight until 2021. He's going to fight top-ranked fighter Pulev in his next fight, as is mandatory for his IBF. And that fight is going to take place perhaps in May or June of this year. So his next fight, which is also another mandatory, is against Alexander Usyk, who is the cruiserweight king that's also with DAZN and Eddie Hearn, where he's going to take on Derek Chisora. And we don't know if that fight is going to be a WBO title fight, if they're going to strip Anthony Joshua, or is Joshua going to be able to defend all his titles against Pulev and then fight Usyk down the road. The only thing that could prevent him from not being stripped is they can make a deal with Usyk, or a title unification with Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury comes about. You know, Deontay Wilder is not going to come to the UK where Anthony Joshua wants this fight. And they already stated that they're willing to give Deontay Wilder a 50-50 split of the entire revenue. So, you know, we really got to see if this fight is going to be made. But I don't see this fight taking place anytime soon in 2020. The only way we're going to see the undisputed champion this year is if Tyson Fury pulls out the upset victory against Deontay Wilder and he's able to fight Anthony Joshua in the very next fight. That's the only way that I see Joshua being able to try to unify the belts. But, you know, this is going to be a very good fight. Like I said, it's a 50-50 fight. I believe that, you know, Deontay Wilder's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive, try to utilize his jab, try to get on the inside of the big man and let his hands go more than he usually does, because he stands there sometimes like a statue with his hands up high and he's looking like he's trying to wing his shots in and try to land something. But he's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive in this fight to get to Tyson Fury. And if Fury decides to be aggressive as well in this fight, instead of moving so much and holding, then I believe that it's going to turn out to be an exciting fight with a lot of exchanges, and somebody's going to get knocked out. And I believe that somebody is Tyson Fury. He's going to be laying on the canvas, and Deontay Wilder will win by knockout. And if that doesn't happen, Tyson Fury goes to the 12th and final round, I guarantee you that it will be an upset victory with Tyson Fury hands raised by decision to become the WBC and two-time heavyweight champion of the world for a big upset of 2020. But that's my final take on the fight that takes place February 22nd on ESPN and Fox pay-per-view. So tune in for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to this YouTube channel right here, Jay Calderon Boxing Talk. Please hit that red subscribe button, hit that share button, that like button, drop a comment. Follow me on all social media platforms, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on the Facebook Boxing Group page, all under the same name, Jay Calderon Boxing Talk. Look out for the website coming soon, FightHookNews.com. I'm Jay Calderon, Stanley Entertainment. Thanks for your support. Keep watching, and please subscribe.